YouTube wrestling fans, once again to another wrestling pickup video. Bien. Hey guys, this is Vargas, once again recording from the Vargas Vault. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to set up my usual wrestling backstage. I'm kind of pressed on time. And it's a short video that I'm going to, well, I always say it's going to be a short video, but this time I'm hoping I keep it. Just sharing with you a couple of wrestling pickups that I've gotten recently. Not too many, because I'm trying to cut back on my expenses, my nerd expenses anyway. So yeah, not that much to talk about, but enough to make a video. Now today I am sporting the mask of Dr. Wagner Jr. This is a mask I bought recently, and as opposed to the mask that the first Dr. Wagner mask I bought, this one's different. It's a little thicker, and the design is a lot more pronounced. It has a nice eagle design here, but still maintains the Mexican flag colors. Now, I went to a lucha libre event, and I didn't buy any masks there, but I did get a souvenir, and that is a poster of titular Dr. Wagner. This is Dr. Wagner Jr. with the same mask, well, his mask anyway, sporting the proud red, green, and white of our colors, our Mexican flag colors. So yeah, I don't own any posters. I got a little beat up when, because I got from the arena where they had it, and then my brother gave me a ride downtown, and then from there I grabbed a taxi to get here. So in the whole process, it kind of got beat up, but I can still frame it. It'll still look cool. And I have my first Luchador poster, Dr. Wagner. And you're probably wondering, oh my goodness, man, you're going to start collecting posters. If I can get a Tinieblas and a Santo and Blue Demon poster, yes. But Dr. Wagner, you know, in that Lucha Libre event, I went to see him. He gave a great match. He gave a great promo for a future match against Alberto El Patron or Alberto Del Rio. So, hell yeah, I was going to buy a Dr. Wagner poster to frame it and put it somewhere in my wrestling corner. So, bien. That's his catchphrase. Bien. So yeah, that was one thing. Also, I actually bought two of these. And I bought another toy belt. This is from Mattel, who does great works at belts. And this is the tag team, the newest, well, not the newest, well, it was the tag team belt that they introduced for WWE. The new Spartan design, where you have the two Spartans representing the tag team. And you have the logo here, Now, I bought two of these because one went to my brother. At that live Lucha Libre event, I gave one of these belts to my brother because my brother has been going with me to these last three Lucha Libre events. He's also gone into going to live events along with me. So, you know, as a sign and a show of our love for wrestling, I got two tag team belts, gave one to him, and the other one I'm going to keep because, you know, we're the tag team. Now, I already did own a tag team belt, which I bought separately a couple of while ago, but you'll notice some differences between this and this. First difference is the colors. The colors in this one are a little lighter, and this one's all copper. So, yeah, I actually like this better than this. I don't like the old copper. Like I mentioned when I got this, I relate copper with third place because of the Olympics, you know. Gold is your gold standard, and silver, and then, you know, third place, good, but not good enough, was copper. And this design I don't quite care for. I don't like the look of the copper. And this is the newest design of this because it has the corporate logo. Whereas this one is prettier because it doesn't look all copper, and it has the old Scratch logo, where this is like scratched, not as fine as the other one. So this was a happy surprise that, you know, I was able to get 2 tag team belts, one for my brother, one for me, and also it's totally different from the one I previously had. So now I have the new corporate one and the old Scratch one. So they're 2 totally different belts, thus justifying to myself buying the same belt. I was gonna buy a tag team belt anyway because, you know, they're the tag team belts you have to own. I suppose you don't have to own, but, you know, if you're a weird collector like myself, you know, you want to own 2 tag team belts because they are tag team belts. So now I have the old, better looking Spartan belt and the new, crappy looking Spartan belts. Now, they did release for SmackDown and Raw much better designs, in my opinion. They would have a blue strap for SmackDown, a red strap for Raw, and these are all silver. So those are better looking, in my opinion. But I like this design over this design. Now I have 2 tag team belts. So that's cool. Bought some action figures. Now I haven't bought as many action figures as I would like. The last action figure I bought was El Santo one. I still need to get a couple more Mexican luchadors. And WWE, I've gotten, for the most part, the wrestlers that I've wanted. I still need to get a Rey Mysterio figure. I still need to get a Chris Jericho figure. And, you know, I still need to get a whole bunch of the classic ones. I only have Hogan and Andre, but I still need a Jake the Snake. I still need a Macho Man. I still need an Ultimate Warrior, a Bret Hart, a Shawn Michaels. And from the newer guys, I still need to get Finn Balor, a Bray Wyatt, and a Kevin Owens. I like those new wrestlers. And AJ Styles. But somewhere in the middle, I decided I wanted to get all of the wrestlers from the Attitude Era. That's why I was in my mind, only missing Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. Because those are the only 2 wrestlers from the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era that I thought I needed. But I came across 2 wrestlers that I forgot about. One of them is this guy. And I just blanked out on his name. He just came back to SmackDown. He's the gold standard. I just spaced out on his name. What's his name? The gold standard. He just came back to SmackDown. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. I totally forgot his name. Him. He was part of. Oh, for crying out loud! He was part of Team Angle, Charlie Haas, and Shelton Benjamin. Ah, there we go. Shelton Benjamin. Got Shelton Benjamin. Didn't much care for Charlie Haas. That's why his career didn't go anywhere. But Shelton Benjamin actually gave a lot of really cool matches in WWE during the Ruthless Aggression Era. And he later became the gold standard. And he did amazing things in any Money in the Bank that he was part of. Really, really good worker. Really, really good talent. I can't believe I forgot about Shelton Benjamin. But now I have an action figure of Shelton Benjamin. And actually, they got his look down pretty well. He really, really looks like Shelton Benjamin. And I'm going to keep saying Shelton Benjamin because I can't believe I forgot Shelton Benjamin. And this is not an Elite figure. This came out in 2003, as it says here on the copyright on his foot. So this mold is used a lot. When these figures came out, they were all like, whoa. So yeah, but Shelton Benjamin, really, really good worker. I can't believe I forgot about him. So a nice addition to the Ruthless Aggression era figures. So Shelton Benjamin, the gold standard. And the other guy I can't believe I forgot about is this guy, and that's Booker T. Also really good looking mold, looks like Booker T with his dreadlocks. Also came out in 2003. So again, that's why he looks all pumped up. But of course, he's the five-time WCW World Championship. So unfortunately, he's not articulated enough to do the spinneroonie, because he would do the spinneroonie. But yeah, I thought it was a cool little thing that they kept the five-time, and he would do the and then the spinneroonie. So I can't believe I forgot about Booker T. Booker T, of course, was in WCW, came to WWE during the Invasion era, and stuck around, became King Booker, and is now still in WWE doing commentary. That makes no sense. Booker T has gone insane, and some of his commentary is weird, but I got Booker T, so can't believe I forgot about the two of the wrestlers from the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression. So got these two guys. Still hunting for Jericho, still hunting for Mysterio, and if I can ever come across a Chris Benoit and an Eddie Guerrero figure, I will snatch them up. But I know that would be really hard, because Eddie Guerrero is still to this day much missed, much loved. So I know his figure is gonna come at a pretty penny. And Chris Benoit, I don't know if all of his toys got destroyed after everything that happened with him. But if I ever come across those two figures, I will snatch them up like that, because though they were pretty cool. Okay, was able to get some masks. I mentioned in my last wrestling pickup video that I wanted to get the mask of El Solitario, and I did. This is the mask of El Solitario. The first El Solitario was an amazing wrestler. Before my time, of course, I've only heard about him and seen whatever video there exists of him. Unfortunately, he died before his time due to complications, and unfortunately, he passed away a long time ago. And his legacy has been taken up by his son, El Solitario Jr. But a lot of people say that he hasn't lived up to the awesomeness of his father. But I still like the design of the mask. And of course, El Solitario has a couple of feuds with a bunch of people. But the one that interests me is him and Tinieblas. They did mention that they would gonna do a mask versus mask. But since that event, he has challenged some other wrestler for a mask versus mask event. So now he's got a couple of things here. Now the thing about masks versus masks is that losing a mask is a big deal here in Mexico. It's very rare where a wrestler loses his mask and he still has a career. The only one that at the top of my head that I can think of is Cibernetico. So losing a mask is a big deal, especially a legacy mask such as El Solitario. So I'm guessing that he's waiting for the right opponent. In my opinion, it would be Tinieblas, and the right promoter that can, guarantee a full house for such a big event. So I'm hoping they do it here in Tijuana, and I get to see it. But I kind of think it's not going to happen, because while we do have a really good wrestling arena, it pales in comparison to the things there are, the arenas that are in Mexico City. Those are huge arenas. So I'm thinking that if he is going to do a mask versus mask, he's going to go with a promotion in Mexico City that can guarantee full house and a cut of the entrance. Now this one, I wasn't gonna pick this one up because it's not for a luchador. It's not a luchador mask, but it's kind of an interesting crossover between lucha libre and football. So I saw this and I was like, I gotta get it because it's both of those things. And this is a luchador mask based on the football team Los Cholos Quincles de Tijuana. Now, TJ has their own football team, Los Cholos. So I saw this and I was like, blown away by the fact that this was a luchador mask based on a soccer team, Los Cholos. So I like the X. I like the fact that it has the logo. In fact, I like the fact that it has the dog ears. So I saw this as a very, very interesting crossover mask that I wanted to pick up. Got it cheap. Got it really cheap. So if I ever get back to a Cholo game, I'll use that. And the last mask I picked up is one of the masks that I mentioned that if I ever came across cheap, I would get it. And I did, and that's El Espanto mask. This is the luchador mask of the character El Espanto. And I really, really like this mask. I like the black. I like the cross and the cross here. Really, really good design. I remember this mask popping up a lot in luchador events. And way back in the day, I don't know if I mentioned this, way back in the day, because wrestling is really big here in Mexico, especially the luchadors. They would sell these little like albums, like little booklets, and a pack of cards, and in that pack of cards came stickers for each one of the luchador masks. So the thing you would do is that you would take out the stickers and stick it in the book. It would have like a description of the wrestler and then the spot for the sticker. So you would collect, the stickers for each one of the luchadors. So that's how I got to know a lot of the luchadors, and then when I would get to see the events on TV, because they wouldn't pass them on TV that often. So when they did, and I saw a luchador, I would take up my little book and like, oh, his name's this, his name is this. And that's how I got introduced to the world of the separate luchadors, not just El Santo and Blue Demon, like everyone else, like El Espanto. And his mask I thought was always really, really cool. I just really, really liked the design of the black, the white, and this cross kind of thing, kind of like a Templar. That's why I would relate this mask to the Templar, because it looks like that. So awesome mask, and super, super grateful I was able to get the two masks that I wanted, El Solitario and El Espanto. I'm still missing Máscara Sagrada, and that's it. I don't want to say the name of someone else because I might come across it and want to buy it, but if I come across Máscara Sagrada, that's a given. I want to get that one. But if I can get a Psicosi's mask, he's a very important luchador here in Tijuana, Psicosis. He was in WCW, and then he became Nicho el Millonario. So I would like it. It's a really cool mask. It has some really cool designs, and then some horns and hair here. I like it. I like it a lot. And the other mask, if I had to pick another one, would be I can't think. I just want Máscara Sagrada. If I can get that, my mask collection is pretty much complete. Pretty much complete. Unless I get some newer masks. But yeah, some really, really cool masks in the collection. I might have to do a mask collection video part 2, because I've gotten quite a few masks since the first one that I did. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got some belts, got some figures, got some masks, got some awesomeness in my opinion. Got a poster for Dr. Wagner. Once I have the space to set up a wrestling corner, it's gonna look awesome. I actually forgot 2 things. One moment. Sorry about that cut. This is like the second time I do a cut, but I forgot about this, so I had to share it. I came across some WWE DVDs, so I picked up CM Punk Best in the World 3-disc set. This comes with a documentary showcasing the life and times of CM Punk, and has some of his best matches. Now, I'm going to say this right off the bat. I was never the biggest CM Punk fan. The only time I remember him was during his Straight Edge Society, where he had a thing with Rey Mysterio, and he was in the Royal Rumble and he was tossing people, and then he would just sit back and talk. But when I really got invested in CM Punk is after the Pipe Bomb, where he sat down and he started talking about all these truths in wrestling that everyone wanted to hear, and he was telling it. And so that angle was the best of CM Punk. And of course he left, went to UFC and got his ass kicked. But for that brief time, CM Punk was pretty cool. So saw this with Movie Freak Bazaar, picked it up. And the other one I picked up is Batista, I Walk Alone. This is also a 3-disc set. 3 discs. And it also has a documentary, focusing on Batista. And it has a couple of his matches. Now, again, also, Batista was cool during his feud with The Undertaker. And he was the typical guy that Vince McMahon likes, the big, muscular guy. And he was very agile, I'll give him that. He was very agile. And during his tenure as champion, he gave some really good matches. But of course now, Batista is most loved in his role as Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy. So I pretty much picked it up because of that. So yeah, but Batista, not that bad. So was able to find 2 wrestling DVD documentaries, so that's cool. I'm still missing quite a few of the big ones. I need Eddie Guerrero, I need Rey Mysterio, and I want to get Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair to complete my collection. And Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. I'm still missing a bunch that if I start thinking and listing, I'll make this video super long. But got those 2. Super happy I actually remembered I got that. So yeah, this was the wrestling pickup video. Because wrestling is becoming its own thing. Between the live events and the little things here I'm picking up. Super hopeful that one day I can make a whole section of luchador and wrestling thing to showcase with the masks and the belts and the figures and everything. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. But until then, thanks so much for watching this wrestling pickup video. I hope to start doing wrestling reviews. That's actually something that I have in mind. But until then, I will see you all later. This was Vargas, recording from the Vargas Vault. Again, thanking you all and signing out.